Verse 5, 1 to the end, 31. So there's a section where people who have skin disease or any discharge, then they need to stay outside of the camp, so they don't defile the camp in a spiritual sense as well as in a physical sense. I guess it's like contagious kind of like thing. So just keep like the everyone in the camp healthy and clean. After that, there's a restitution for wrongs, that like what when someone they have wronged another person, they must make full restitution and at a fifth of the value. If there's no one close to that person or that person can't accept it, then it goes to the priest. And then there's a test for unfaithful wife, and the part of this that is interesting to me is that right here it says, and if feeling of jealousy come over her husband, and that jealousy is a reminder offering to draw attention to wrongdoing. So I think the similar to a conscience, like saying that someone is wrong in the wrong to themselves. Jealousy is a way that God provoked other people to turn their attention to wrongdoing. And nowadays people view jealousy as bad, or they overdo jealousy where they think, like jealousy is a sign of love, or like they kind of like become jealous of everything and like they're very paranoid. But I think where the Bible is saying it's in a healthy like environment, jealousy is a way that God uses to bring attention to wrong. And I agree with that. I think that there's something that will trigger like weird actions, or like small things that will cause someone to be jealous, and those are often early signs or warnings about things, that a wrongdoing of some sort. And so it just kind of confirmed those thoughts of mine, and it's I didn't notice this before, but now that I read it again, and I see that this is a way that God uses it in a healthy way. Of course, people can twist it a lot in different ways. It's also interesting that like there's a curse and then they wash off the curse. It seems like when they wash it off, then like the water that it was being washed in was become bitter water, and so the wife drinks it, and if she did do something wrong, then her abdomen will swell and she will miscarry. And I understand how this kind of like causes that culture, the Jewish culture, to kind of look down on people who can't bear children. They are kind of shamed, or they're viewed as cursed. But I think it takes roots here, and the same way God used like those kind of warning and signs as a deterrent, but then people always kind of twist it and make it into something that is not. It's also interesting to me that some male, I don't know if it's back then, but I would imagine that being so, that some male are very like jealous, like prone to jealousy. And I would feel so bad for the woman whose husband is like, overly paranoid and always jealous about things. where she keep on having to drink this bitter water. But it says right here that the husband will be innocent of any wrongdoing. So it feels like, I don't know how it was back then, but nowadays, if we keep this, then there would be some women who have to drink this like constantly. And I know that my mom was kind of like accused of like this multiple time, but you know, like there wasn't even grounds for it, but my dad was just jealous out of the blue. And it's just like, I wonder what will come in the future chapter. Reading it like just with the context of me growing up in, I kind of feel bad for the woman that this is the case.